You asked, so here I am answering. On Instagram, in my comments here on YouTube, on TikTok, and in my email, you asked me questions, so I compiled my FAQs to share the answers with you here. Do you want to see if your question got answered? Stick around. And for even more weight loss surgery magic and Disney content, please make sure you are subscribed here. It really does mean the world to me. I would love it if you gave this video a thumbs up if you like the content. And of course, if you'd like to connect, let's do so in the comments. The subscribe button is right at the bottom right of your screen. We would love to have you as a part of our growing BariTale family. If you're new around these parts, hi. I'm Chelsea, and I had a gastric sleeve almost 3 years ago. If you want to know why I chose the gastric sleeve instead of a gastric bypass, I will make sure that video is linked here. I just filmed this. I have managed to maintain an almost 100-pound weight loss in the 3 years since surgery. Before we jump into the questions, because I am working on having shorter intros, I love a ramble. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for caring. Thank you for sending me your questions. Thank you for watching my videos. And thank you for leaving comments. I truly would not continue to put the effort into filming, scripting, editing, and producing these videos if it weren't for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And before we get right to it, happy June, happy Pride Month. I am wearing my Mickey Pride shirt, my little rainbow earrings to celebrate, and I've been thinking on working on a more dramatic makeup look, maybe Pride themed. I am loving the like rainbow concealer here. That's totally out of my wheelhouse. If you know how to do it, please leave me a comment or at least tag another video so I can get some tutorials. Okay, it's question time. One of the most frequently asked questions that I get is, how do I know if weight loss surgery is right for me? I'm going to assume if you're here watching this video, it's because you have some type of vested interest in weight loss surgery. And I want to put a disclaimer out that weight loss surgery is definitely not for everyone. You have to qualify based on your weight, your BMI, and possibly even comorbidities. In order for me to go to the clinic where I went in Wareham, it's called South Coast, I needed a reference from my primary care. I remember bringing it up to her and feeling really nervous and also feeling like, oh my gosh, I won't qualify because I'm not fat enough. Like, yes, you were, Chelsea. Yes, you were. But I was nervous that she would think that it was too extreme a measure. Before I brought it up to her, I did actually go to a free consultation in person. I think now more of them are virtual, but I went to this conference center on Cape Cod where I live, and I met with a surgeon, and he presented the surgery and different options to a room full of women just like me. And then I brought that information coupled with what I needed for my insurance to her during one of our routine well checks. It's possible that your primary care will be the one to initiate, but likely they won't. Be brave. It's your life. Don't wait for someone who you see once or twice a year to make a recommendation about changing your life. That's up to you. As I mentioned, I also just put a video out about the different types of weight loss surgery, the two most popular being the gastric sleeve or a gastric bypass, and I explained that I had the VSG sleeve and why I chose that procedure. Question number 2. How much weight can you expect to lose with bariatric surgery? Now, my friends, this is a super hard one to answer because it is 100% based on the weight at which you start, your age, and the type of surgery you have. Additionally, how closely do you follow the lifestyle guidelines post-op? That matters in a huge way, especially after year 1. In general, gastric sleeve patients or VSG patients like myself, we do tend to lose a little less than gastric bypass. Gastric bypass is a much more invasive surgery where there's rerouting of your organs, so those patients do tend to lose more over time. We're gonna skip the theorizing, and I'm just gonna give you my exact numbers because I like examples. On my surgery date, I weighed 235 pounds. I am 5'2.5", 5'3" on a good day for reference. And 235 was actually 20 pounds less than what I weighed when I entered the clinic and started going through the process of being qualified for weight loss surgery. I worked with a nutritionist and the clinic's team for 16 to 18 months in order to lose those 20 pounds. On my year 1 post-op date, I weighed 143 pounds, which is a difference of 92 pounds. On my year 2 anniversary, and this was my weight loss surgery lowest weight so far, I weighed 138 pounds, which is a difference of 97 pounds of weight loss. My year 3 anniversary is coming up, so I will keep you posted. I would love to be 135, but my body is no longer losing weight on its own. Now it is all about the effort and the habits that are in place. Right now, I am around 150, which is where I think my body will end up stabilizing, but I would really like to get to that weight loss goal just to say that I did. Also, I want to point out that it is not unusual that after your year 2, you do gain slowly and not aggressively to get you to your real life low versus your weight loss surgery low. So where I am right now is 100% not unusual. One of my clients actually just showed me this really cool app that I'm going to be doing a reel on Instagram, so make sure you're following along, and I will also link it in the description box below. It's supposed to be a weight predictor app for your year 1, year 2, year 3, depending on your weight, your height, your BMI, and the type of surgery you have. I am actually lower than all of the numbers on the app, which I'm pretty pleased about. Question number 3, what is your water and protein intake daily? I am interested in your lifestyle change. Well, thank you, friend. Arguably, besides my vitamins, these are my most important habits, especially day to day. I drink at least 64 ounces of flat water every single day. I don't include my protein shake in that, and then anything that I consume that's like sparkling water and obviously like champagne and rosé, I do not count them. I know you can count the sparkling water, but I just don't. It's a bonus. Also, FYI on the sparkling, there are certain brands that I just used to love, like LaCroix, that I certainly can't have anymore because it's too bubbly for my gastrointestinal needs. I do like to add in flavors, like I pick mint from my garden. I add in a little lemon, a little cucumber, sometimes a strawberry to give my water a little zhuzh. Also, I will link my super obnoxious water bottle in the description box below. It has like sayings on the side. I'll get a clip, I'll put it in here. It is obnoxious, but it helps. And daily, I work to get around 60 grams of protein in every single day. I make sure, and I think this is one of the keys, that you are splitting your protein into liquid and food. So you should not be at least 3 years out consuming all of your protein in liquid form. You know I love me a Core Power protein shake, especially during weekday mornings. I'm a teacher, it's very early, I'm super busy. I grab it and go. Today actually I did not get to finish mine. It was a busy day. But when I do get to make my own, I love 310 Nutrition. I know, you've heard me talk about them here on Instagram, on TikTok, but I genuinely love their little individual packets, and I love their flavors, that it's clean, no added sugar, that they're gluten-free, they're keto-friendly. Like, I just love the brand. I think they stand for such good things, and their products are delicious. I also really like to, in the summertime, make like acai bowls or protein bowls using the blend from the smoothie. Maybe I'll do a video on that, a recipe video. It's coming. I think I have a discount code. Either way, I will link the 310 website down below so that you can check it out for yourself. I highly recommend the variety pack. It's my fave. Question number 4 is one of my favorites. I love how it's phrased. It reads, I hope this isn't rude, but why would anyone need a bariatric surgery coach? Let me tell you. Honestly, it's a great question, and the simple answer is not everyone does need a pre or post-op bariatric surgery coach. It's a niche market. Essentially, I started BariTale Coaching because I wished that I had had someone to guide me through this process and hold me accountable both pre and post-op, particularly within that first year. To be successful at anything, you need support, right? Someone or something to be a resource or a mentor for you. Bariatric surgery ain't easy, friends. And so many of us regain our weight because of a lack of resources. Maybe you don't know how to implement a post-op lifestyle that will help you keep your weight off forever. The pre-op phase can be super daunting. It's either a lot of information from your clinic or in some cases, almost none at all. So you go into this process overwhelmed or underinformed, and that leads you not to be successful later. Right now, I have several pre-op packages that I have clients for, and I offer one post-op package. I do have a client in that program as well, and they're going really well. In fact, one of my clients, I'm so proud of her. She was able to actually like kind of jump in her clinic's program because of her work with me. And there's exciting news. I know this is going to sound like a pitch, but it just fit in so nicely with this question. Right now I'm opening up my 4 available one-on-one pre-op and post-op client spots for the summertime. I will make sure that that link is in the description box in case you have been on the wait list. Of course, the women on the wait list, they get first dibs at those spots. So make sure you're on the wait list. But there's more. There's going to be a new monthly group session that you kind of like pay for as you go. So this has been requested via email because of you, and it was actually one of my clients' ideas. She was saying you have such limited spots available, and that's because I want to give everything I can to this program and make sure that it's awesome before I open it up to a lot more people. But I know that there are women who are like getting close to their surgery date and they just maybe need some support, or they're right after surgery and they're nervous and they don't know what to do next. So we're gonna do a monthly, starting in June, starting this month, we're gonna do a monthly coaching session that's just going to be an hour with anyone who wants to join and me. And so I can either bring to this class a curriculum if you want a specific module, or we can just do straight Q&A and support for each other. This will be a total like pay as you go. You don't need to buy a package. You just kind of come as you are and you show up. Information on how to sign up for the monthly, particularly the monthly support class, will be in the description box as well, and I can't wait to meet more of you. Question number 5 is a fun one because it starts with TMI. I love a disclaimer. I love one. How long were your bowels difficult during post-op? And then she wrote, asking for a friend. LOL, friend. I see you. And girl, you should know you are not alone. We're gonna get real personal, okay? Brace yourself. So I actually started taking a stool softener 5-ish days before I had surgery because poop post-bariatric surgery, uncomfy. I continued to take that stool softener 2 to 3 weeks after surgery. And I have a friend, actually, one of my first clients, she took stool softener for like 6 months because she was really scared about having her bowels hurt her after her surgery life. That's okay. We have to get back to regular. And so much of the reasons why, besides the anesthesia, because that messes with things, right? The surgery in your tummy, and if you're having a bypass, that's way bigger surgery in your intestines. We need to make sure we're hydrated, and that's really hard to do right away after surgery because your tiny new tummy cannot take that many ounces of liquid. You simply literally cannot put that much water in your system. One of my recommendations is that you add like a hydration booster to the water that you are consuming. So something like a liquid IV or even 310 Nutrition has flavored options that I think are kind of like hydration hacks, especially for those of us who are really trying to maximize what's going in our bodies. Combining this with the stool softener should help. I would say keep this routine minimally for at least 14 days and then see if things start to regulate from there. Question number 6. When did you add alcohol back into your post-op life? She also said, I see you at the winery. I know you're doing this. I think I've made it no secret that I love champagne and rosé. Like it's a part of the joy in my life. I just love the experience of it. I love that when you're drinking it, there's a reason to be celebrating. I picture the sun, warmth, the bubbles in the drink that taste like stars. I even love the glasses that they come in. I just love the whole thing. It's a whole vibe. I talked about this probably a lot, my deep love for champagne on the Skyliner bar crawl video that Mark and I did when we went to Disney most recently. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be on top of the Riviera right now, friends. Okay, unfortunately, alcohol is certainly not something you can add in right away. What I have found through talking with many women is that every clinic operates off of a different schedule. So my clinic recommended 12 months, a year with no alcohol. I think the norm is 6 months. And as I shared, I didn't make it 12 months because of the pandemic, okay? I made it 10. Double digits. When I did reincorporate it, it was in very small, measured sips. So I didn't just go ahead and pour myself 6 to 8 ounces of wine and slug it back, because your tummy can't handle that at first. So you do need to start small and rework up your tolerance, as well as figuring out how your body is going to adjust to alcohol reintroduction. Okay, and let's just be clear. Sure, I get it. Alcohol is 100% empty, wasted calories. I hear you. But my goal is to live a balanced, happy life with memories. Not to have to regulate myself to counting calories like I did for so many years of being on countless diets. I also can't recommend that you ever add in hard alcohol consistently to your life again. There are some actual scientific reasons for this. So when 85% of your tummy is removed during a sleeve surgery, what goes out with that tummy are also the enzymes that break down alcohol. So it's a smaller space for alcohol to go. You can't eat and drink at the same time, meaning your stomach has to be empty. Alcohol not only stays in your stomach longer, but it gets into your bloodstream faster. You will feel the alcohol in your body way faster than you used to, and way faster than people who have normal sized stomachs. It is a difference. Go slowly, have an accountability buddy, mine is my husband, and 45 minutes before you know you're going to consume alcohol, eat a protein-filled meal. Give yourself every best chance you have. Be hydrated, take care of yourself. The goal is that before you reintroduce alcohol, you kind of adjust to your post-op life as a bariatric surgery patient. And the last question is one of my favorites. Tell me about hair loss. It scares me. Ah, yes, losing hair. You know, the irony is you start to like your body because of what it can do at the same time that you become bald. I'm just kidding. Kind of. This is actually one of the things that we talk about in BariTale Coaching. Like, it's a full module talking about hair loss. So I'm just gonna give you the recap version here. This is a real issue. You can't avoid it. It is not preventable. After about 3 months of surgery, you will lose hair. Again, there's science here. After surgery, your body is sending nutrients to essential organs because essentially it thinks, due to your rapid weight loss, that you are in trauma mode. Your hair, not fully essential. While we can't prevent it, there are things we can do to lessen it. Let's start by making sure that you are hydrated. None of your organs, including the biggest one, that is your skin, and your hair, can be healthy if you are dehydrated all the time. I would also recommend, kind of like a prenatal vitamin, that you take a biotin supplement 3 to 4 months out prior to surgery, all the way through your pre-op phase, and then when you're able to, again, in post-op phase. Sometimes clinics like you to stop those types of supplements because they're hard to digest. And arguably the most important thing that you can do to lessen your hair loss is get your protein in. You have to get your protein in those first 3 months. Otherwise, it's almost irreversible, the type of hair loss damage, or it'll take years to come back from. I kind of went an extreme route, and as you can see here, we are on day 3 of the curly hair week, but I used to over-process my hair with both color and heat. So I was using a flat iron on my hair 7 days a week, sometimes twice a day. I was washing it every day. I was dyeing and bleaching it to lighten it. It became very brittle and thin. So after surgery, about a year out, no matter how I was styling it, it always looked dull and flat and dead. So dead. So I I decided to start a curly girl journey. I did document this process. I am not an expert. It is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but what it is healthier and thicker, and my hair regrowth is a lot faster. Now I am only washing it 2 to 3 times a week, and I would like to point out that in 2022, only washing my hair 2 to 3 times a week doesn't mean I'm only showering 2 to 3 times a week, okay? Okay. I'm hoping that maybe you can see a bit of a difference if you are a regular watcher, that my hair curl pattern has improved. I'm still working on some of these little back babies, but also it's day 3, so like, we're going with it. We're going with it, and we're working on some new products. Before we sign off here, I know this is a longer video. I just want to remind you that if you are interested in one-on-one BariTale coaching, that link is in the description box, and the new monthly coaching sessions will be linked in there as well. Can't wait to meet you. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have additional questions, please leave them in the comments. Hopefully we can do maybe like a once a month Q&A, whatever it is you like, or we can do more casual ones over on the TikTok or on Instagram. Whatever you prefer, my love, I am here to serve at your pleasure. I hope you're having a fantastic week, a beautiful June, and I will see you next week. Bye, everybody.